This is severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather. This covered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company, and brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Now, from the Dr. Don Studios, in the Alpha Weather Center, here is Dr. Don.
Good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. We've got some strong thunderstorms out there again this afternoon. The National Weather Service office out of Birmingham has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Talladega County in east central Alabama, northeastern Shelby County in central Alabama, and south central St. Clair County in central Alabama. This severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 7 p.m. this evening. At 6:05 p.m., a severe thunderstorm is located over Alpine, or 8 miles west of Talladega, moving to the east at around 25 miles per hour. The hazard with this storm is golf ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning now for central Talladega County of east central Alabama. Take a look at that on the radar. You can see that storm is situated there awfully close to downtown Talladega, and it's moving off to the east. So you folks there in downtown Talladega and just to the south are going to experience the brunt of this storm. No question, we have some rather large hail embedded in this storm down there on Highway 21, Highway 21 just south and southwest of downtown Talladega. Everywhere where you see the pinks and the blues, the flashing colors, that's where we expect to see that large hail, maybe up to golf ball size. We've got a 100% chance that there is hail in this storm, and an 80% chance that that hail is of the severe variety, that being larger than 1 inch in diameter. You folks down there in Winterboro, you've just got some heavy rainfall right now. Maybe some more hail back over there just to the east of Vincent along Highway 235. But no question there. That's a pretty nasty looking storm with some pretty large hail, and damaging straight line winds may also be possible there. Now, as we move to the east down into Clay County, we do have a small area of hail down there on Highway 77, right where 77 crosses out of Talladega into Clay County, and there's also an 80% probability of hail there. But it is below severe limits at the moment. Just with that last volume scan, though, that area has increased in size. We now show hail up there around Weathers, down to around Spring Hill, right there along Highway 130. And that's going to continue moving off to the east. So heads up, you folks down there in Ashland, Alabama. The storm is just on the outskirts over on the western side of town, and that's going to continue moving on off to the east. Bowden Grove, Barfield, Shiloh, heads up, you've got a heavy storm coming your way. Now understand that the warning is not for this piece of the storm that's in western Clay. The warning is for the part of the storm that's just south of Talladega. However, this area that's in Clay County is increasing in coverage and intensity, so we could see a severe thunderstorm warning for Clay County here at just about any moment this afternoon. We are experiencing some internet issues this afternoon, so our video and audio may be a little bit choppy, but we're going to attempt to keep this going. We may have to drop off in just a few moments and try to reset a few things, but we'll see how that works out. As I zoom out, the rest of East Alabama and West Georgia looking good at the moment. Nothing happening anywhere other than western Clay and back over in central. Now, if we move back off to west, though, you can see that there is a very large thunderstorm complex that's moved down out of northern Mississippi into western Alabama. In the outskirts or the extreme eastern fringes of that storm system now beginning to move into Talladega County. We do have another severe thunderstorm warning just northeast of Birmingham. This one is going to be for This one is going to be for northeastern Jefferson County, central St. Clair County in central Alabama, and that warning is in effect until 7:15 this evening. And then we have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings over in West Alabama as well. And then the one that's the reason why we're here, that severe thunderstorm warning over in Talladega County that continues in effect this afternoon until about 7 p.m. We'll go back down close to that one and take a look. Really three different distinctive areas of hail. One there right along the stair step between Talladega and Clay near Chambers Springs. Right there where 130 goes into miles per hour. And I think that's a little optimistic. So we could also begin to see some flash flooding issues in these areas as well, especially there in Talladega. We could see some street level flooding with this storm because it is just torrential rainfall. We're talking rain rates maybe approaching 2 to 3 inches per hour. And we saw that happen up here in northeast Georgia yesterday. A lot of you know where Helen, Georgia is. We had right at 4 inches of rain in less than 2 hours from a thunderstorm that looked a lot like this one that's sitting just south of Talladega. And we had just incredible street-level flash flooding. The river never really got out of the banks, but we had tremendous amount of storm drainage issues and standing water everywhere. And I would expect to see reports of that same type of event setting up there just south of Talladega. Check that hail marker there. It's showing a 100% chance of hail and a 90% chance of severe hail at 2 inches. And that 2 inches is the equivalent of a hen egg. That's a little bit bigger than a golf ball, not quite as big as tennis balls. So that's a pretty significant hail situation right there just south of Talladega. This afternoon as we take you in even a little closer. Highway 21, just south of Talladega, is where the most intense hail is falling at this hour. And the part of the storm, again, that's over in Clay County, that's going to be along Highway 130, just northeast or very close to the Spring Hill community. Along Highway 130, just south of Claremont Springs. That's not a very large area, but it is a pretty good indication that we've got some pretty good size hail falling there in Clay County. For now, you folks down here in Ashland, the hail is staying north of you and will probably end up being more of a threat for Bowden Grove. Here, there we go. There comes the severe thunderstorm warning for Clay County. I told you I anticipated that, and there it is. I'll read it to you as it comes in live from the National Weather Service, and there it is. Severe thunderstorm warning now for central Clay County in east central Alabama until 7:30 p.m. At 6:26 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Ashland, Alabama, and that's moving to the east at 15 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail is the main threat for this storm. So now we actually have two cells that have prompted severe thunderstorm warning. So they are now warning for the portion of the storm that is already in Clay County, just to the southwest or just west-southwest of Bowden Grove. And we also have a second warning back over here in Talladega County for this cell that's just south of Talladega. So assuming that both of these cells hold together and they're moving to the east at about 25 miles per hour, we're going to have two different severe thunderstorm cells eventually move through Clay County, Alabama. So what does that mean for you folks over in Randolph? Because you're going to be next in line. We're going to watch this together and see. These storms are expected to be severe a little further south today, maybe down in southwest Alabama. But it looks like we're getting enough instability up across in just along and south of the I-20 corridor that we're seeing these severe storms develop as well. We're going to be losing the heat of the day here in the next 30, 45 minutes to an hour, and these storms should start to weaken as we lose the heat of the day. But I think we have enough heat left for these storms to hang in there long enough to make it over here into Randolph County. So you folks in Randolph, especially on the western side of Randolph, need to be paying attention to what's going on over here in Clay and Talladega County. And I'm talking about folks from Wadley up to Lake Wedowee and then on up to the northwest corner of Randolph County. Down here in Coosa, Tallapoosa, and Chambers, you look right now, we've got some light showers trying to get going down here around New Site, but the real action is up here in Talladega and Clay County at this hour. Will it affect West Point? It depends. These are slow-moving storms. If they can hold together long enough to get over to West Point, yes, they will. But it's hard to say if that's going to happen or not right now. Cragford, Alabama, should we have our kids at Vacation Bible School stay inside? Yeah, you know, that's the course of least regret. The storm's not at you just yet. But why wait? You know it's there. You know it's moving to the east. So, yeah, to be on the safe side, let's get the children back inside. Yeah, we're going to have to watch this and see, Kellyanne. There's a good chance this stuff does make it into Randolph County. Just depends on whether or not we lose the heating of the day before they can get there. Highland, California, watching for Dothan, Alabama. Well, good evening to you, West Coast. Yeah, so there's nothing going on down there in Dothan right now. We have some storms in southwest Alabama around Thomasville and just west of Monroeville. Then there's storms down in southern Mississippi, but don't see anything going on down there in Dothan at the moment. But we'll keep an eye on that for you, California. Pretty cool, quick story. I was in line waiting to order lunch today and met the former sheriff of Coffee County, Alabama. It's a small world, folks. I'm telling you it is. And we were in northeast Georgia when I met this gentleman. I asked him where he was from, and he said Coffee County, and he said that's in Alabama. And he was acting like you probably don't know where that's at. And I said, you mean Enterprise, the only known community in the world with a monument to an insect? He said, yes. I said, yeah, I might know where it's at. So again, if you're just joining us, we are here because of a severe thunderstorm warning that has been posted now for Talladega and Clay. These are two totally separate warnings for two totally separate storms. We have one storm cell now just south of Talladega, about to move into the Waldo community. And then we have a second severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for Clay, and that's going to be for a cell that is just southwest of Bowden Grove. Moving into the Ashland area, but I think the hail stays north of Ashland. I think actually Lineville is going to be more in line for the hail part of the storm than Ashland. And you folks down here in Cragford, we're zoomed in now so you can kind of see where you are in relation to the storm. I think the hail part of the storm will stay north of Cragford, but if you look directly to your west, you're going to catch the southern edge of that cell as it moves over the Cragford area. So if you got kids outside, yeah, I think the safest thing to do is bring them inside, because you got lightning strikes over here. And you're certainly close enough already, Cragford, to this storm for it to be dangerous to be outside right now because of the lightning that's taking place. I'm a little surprised we don't have more lightning than what we're showing. This frame is only showing 3 lightning strikes in the last 3 minutes. I would expect to see more lightning with that type of hail signature on radar. Again, we'll zoom back out. I'm going to put this in motion. I know we're having some internet issues, so the resolution's not going to be very good. Your screen's probably pretty blurry, but you can see there the storms are moving primarily east, maybe a little bit of a southeast motion to it. And right now, at least, the majority of the majority of the lightning is still hanging out back here with the backside of this cell. You know what? I just don't know if that data is good. I just don't like that. There's no reason for the lightning strikes to be back here on the backside of the storm. So, you know what? At the moment, I'm going to discount that. I don't think that lightning data is correct. I think there's probably more lightning taking place with both of these hail cores than what the WSV3 is showing at the moment. And that could be a data issue from multiple different sources. So just know we have thunder and lightning out there, and it's dangerous, and you don't need to be outside in it. Chambers County looks pretty good right now. Looks like this stuff is probably going to end up over in Randolph. We have some light showers trying to get their act together down here around New Site, stretching back over to around Lafayette, but the heavy stuff is up there in Clay and Talladega County at this hour. Same for Alexander City. I mean, you don't have much going on over there right now. We'll just have to kind of see how this evolves as we go throughout the next couple of hours. On a zoom out, you can see that there's a lot more activity upstream. We're talking multiple severe thunderstorms over in West Alabama, and heavy thunderstorms continue along the Alabama-Mississippi state line up there in northwest Alabama and northeast Mississippi. But the thinking here is, as we lose the heat of the day, as the sun goes down, these storms should start to fade away. If they don't fade away, then, at some point this stuff's going to make it into all of East Alabama and West Georgia if they can just hold together. Just doesn't seem that that's plausible at the moment.
You're watching East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company. Brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Dr. Don is currently on break and will return shortly. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and consider supporting us by clicking on the donate button at drdonwx.com. That's drdonwx.com.
All right, folks, we're still having some internet issues, so I think what we're going to do here, I'm going to end our broadcast and see if I can get the internet connection a little better, and then I'll come right back and we'll continue with this coverage. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for Talladega and Clay County. You're watching Dr. Don's Weather, and I'll be back with you shortly here on Dr. Don's Weather.